Alright, we have a word problem here. The length of a new rectangular playing field is 9 yards longer than triple the width. If the perimeter of the rectangular playing field is 490 yards, what are its dimensions? Alright, so there's a lot to digest, and sometimes you have to read these word problems a couple of times before things start to sink in. But a big clue that's going to help us set up an equation, which we ultimately have to do, is to notice that they give us the perimeter of the rectangular playing field is 490 yards. Since they're giving us the perimeter, then somewhere along the line we're going to need the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle, which is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width is equal to the perimeter. And we'll see where that comes in a few minutes. Anytime it's a word problem that involves a rectangle or any geometric shape, it can be helpful to sketch a picture. So let's draw ourselves a little rectangle here. There are two things that we're looking for. It says, what are its dimensions? So we want to know the length and the width. So we're going to start out by labeling the width as just W. We're starting out labeling the width because we can write the length in terms of the width. They describe the length using the width as the starting point. So if the width is W, then what we're going to do is we're going to triple the width, which just means 3W. And then we're going to make it 9 yards longer than that. Well, 9 yards longer than 3W would be 9 plus 3W. So that means 3W plus 9 is equal to the length. So in our picture here, this is the width, and here is the length, 3W plus 9. And the reason the formula is what it is because the perimeter is just the sum of all four sides. So if we were going to put a fence around this field, we would have to buy enough fencing to add up to this plus this plus this plus this. So there's 2 of these widths, and there's 2 of these lengths, and therefore there's the formula 2L plus 2W is equal to P. Well, we're going to take that formula and we're going to plug in everything that we know. We know what the perimeter is. They gave us that as 490. So let's fill that in. And we don't know what length and width are. That's what we're trying to find. But we're going to write this using our variable W for width and 3W plus 9 for length. So 2 times the length becomes 2 times 3W plus 9 plus 2 times the width. Well, that we just call that W. So in the formula, I'm popping in 3W plus 9 for length. I'm just using W for width, and I'm putting in the given perimeter 490. So now we have an equation that just has W's in it. We can solve that. Use the distributive property. 2 times 3 is 6W plus 18 plus 2W is equal to 490. Combine the like terms, so we get 8W plus 18 is equal to 490. Let's subtract 18 from both sides here to get the 8W by itself. So we have 8W is equal to 490 minus 18 is going to be 472. Let's divide both sides by 8. And we get W is equal to 472 divided by 8 is 59. Now we just found what W is equal to. That was one of the dimensions that we needed. So the width is equal to 59. Remember now the length, we don't have to remember. We could look back up at our picture or look back up here when we originally labeled our unknowns and find that the length is 3W plus 9. Well, now we know what W is, so it's 3 times 59 plus 9. And 3 times 59 comes to 177 plus 9, which gives us a length of 186. So we know what the width is, and now we know what the length is.